Amy, the teen queen,
She's 18 and I'm 26.
has had it with Richie, the spud stud.
He likes to take mashed potatoes and spread them on my body.
So she had a blind date.
She suggested that we skinny dip.
And he looked good on her plate.
The butt, it's just yummy.
I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Meanwhile, Richie dated a mature miss.
I was acting like, could Richie come out and play?
Now, will they forget their differences?
I think you're just showing your age.
Or will they have a change of heart?
Change of heart. Let's meet our couple for today's show. They were in the same class all year and completely and totally ignored each other until they had to do a project together. Well, ever since then, they've been giving each other straight A's on everything from orals to technique. Yes? Please welcome Richie Shed and Amy Earhart. Richie, let me start with you. Tell us what made you decide to make Amy your leading lady.
Her great smile. She's got a beautiful face, and we got along well together.
So once you stopped ignoring her, things worked out well. Yeah. So Amy, you guys have been together for 6 months now. Tell me what the biggest problem is, though.
Okay, Richie has this incredibly bizarre food fetish. He likes to take ranch dressing and mashed potatoes and spread them on my body and kind of nibble them off.
Most women are like, kudos for being inventive in bed.
Sure.
But not this one.
No.
She gets up, you talk like it's evil.
If she doesn't enjoy that, though, I mean, you got to deal with that fact, right?
Here's what he did. He went to the refrigerator and got cold, boxed, leftover mashed potatoes from, dinner a week ago. And they had that kind of condensation and forming on
Now, Richie, wait a minute. If that's what disturbs her, what disturbs you?
Her age. And there was a big age difference. She's 18 and I'm 26, and to tell you the truth, that really kind of weirds me out.
You've got to make it an issue. I don't understand why it's an issue.
It's a big issue, because especially, when my friends give me a hard time about it, like, oh, the rocking the cradle.
But they bust your chops a lot.
They bust my chops, and it really just makes things really awkward.
I just don't understand why it has to be an issue. You're the immature one that you listen to all your friends, and you don't, you let them make
All right, Amy, besides the age being a problem, what about trust? That's huge in a relationship. Do you trust Richie?
No. I think he's cheating on me.
But why, though? I mean, you can think that, but what makes you have those ideas?
Well, first of all, every time he, quote unquote, goes out with the guys, every day I end up with some, huge extravagant gift like flowers and candy
and that's another thing I noticed. Most girls would love to receive gifts from guys.
And the gifts are really nice, but it doesn't show me that you care about me.
Every time I give her a gift, you accuse me of being like, what, a Kennedy or something.
Okay.
I told you I'm not cheating. I don't know how many times.
Richie, I know how your mind works. You have the guiltiest conscience of anyone I've ever met in my entire life.
Amy, what about something positive in this relationship, though, because you've been there 6 months now?
Yeah. I mean, he's incredibly sweet, and he can be very romantic, and he's incredibly intelligent. I know one time he took me out. It was the greatest date. He picked me up in a limo, and we went to dinner and dancing, and then he took me out for to a classical music concert. And I know he hates classical music, and
so he suffered through that for you. That's good. And Richie, does Amy show how much she cares? Vice versa.
Actually, she shows a little bit too much. She can be a little over affectionate at times, especially when we're out. And I need my space.
What do you mean? She's just
whenever I'm out and I'm talking to my friends or I'm talking to a female, she has to make it known that we are together.
Okay, first of all, he acts like he's
grabs my hand, like, hi, I'm Amy. Can I get to that?
I'm a friendly person, and you're the one who acts like you're completely ashamed to be with me in public.
I do not. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, you got two extremes going on there. Okay, wait, I got to ask you something else, Amy. How would you describe Richie's personality?
Well, he's completely obsessive-compulsive.
And in what ways? What does he do?
It sounds funny, but this is a serious problem in our relationship. I mean,
what are you talking about?
Well, first of all, okay, how about the time that you woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning, pushed me out of bed so that you could change the sheets at 4 o'clock in the morning?
The sheets were making me I was getting very anxious with the sheets, and I couldn't sleep. So I woke you up and I said, honey, would you mind so I can change the sheets?
There was one little grain of sand, and he had to change the whole sheet.
That's a little kooky. Richie, what about Amy doing nice things for you? What does she do?
Well, actually, when we first started dating, she did make me a really nice dinner one time, asked me over, and she answered the door in lingerie.
Yes.
And she had candles lit, some incense, and a bed full of rose petals.
And those are nice memories to have, I'm sure. Amy, what brings you to the show today to do these dates?
I would like to see how Richie reacts to me going out with someone who actually seems like they care to be out with me, that they're not ashamed to be seen in public with me. I hope he's jealous. I really do.
Well, we'll see if Richie does get jealous, because coming up next, we're going to find out why Amy ended up wet and naked on her date. Stay tuned. Now, Amy describes Richie as a cheating neat freak who really loves to lick cold mashed potatoes off of her body. So we set her up with a stud boy who only cheats at Monopoly. He doesn't mind squalor and says mashed potatoes make him holler. So give up some lovin' for Rick Rose. Hey, Rick, how you doing? Rick, not to jump too far ahead there, but give us a sneak preview of what was the big highlight of the date.
Well, I'd have to say it's when we got naked.
Yeah, well. Before we get to the naked part there, how was she with the clothes on?
Oh, man, when I first saw her, it was amazing. Sexy legs, gorgeous eyes. Bring it, come on, guys.
And she was looking good. And Amy, what was going through your mind when you finally met this guy?
Well, just look at him. He's beautiful. I was so happy. I mean, just the butt. It's yummy. It's wow.
So, Amy, you guys finally meet, and you're liking what you see. What's the first thing he tells you about himself?
Actually, he told me that the guys hit on him all the time.
Well,
I mean, I don't really see it. He doesn't seem like that kind of a guy to me, but I can definitely see how just about everybody would be attracted to him.
Rick, did you take her out to dinner and get some food? What?
Oh, yeah, we went out to one of my favorite restaurants, and she ordered up mashed potatoes.
Wow. Think she was trying to tell you something?
I don't know.
Or, Richie, do you think she was thinking of you?
Oh, I'm sure she was.
Not very convincing, I don't think. Rick, let me go back to the date. What about some romantic moments at the table?
Oh, yeah, we ordered up dessert afterwards. We got a nice chocolate cake, and I told her to go ahead and have the first bite, and she got some on her fork, and she reached it out to me, and she fed me. And at this point,
for me.
Let's
It's
not
only
even
for
go
me.
into the food subject, darling. I don't even want to discuss food with you.
So she's feeding you cake.
So she's feeding me cake, and the waitress comes up, and she's just like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
So, Rick, what about after dinner? Where'd you guys go wind down?
We went back to my place, and I introduced him. Yeah, come on. I introduced her to my roommate, Dalen, and he was, we decided to change and, get into something a little more comfortable, and, he didn't really get a good look at her because, the lights were off and there was no light.
Something more comfortable.
Something more comfortable, such as...
Well, they're going to be lounging around. Now,
Play clothes.
Amy, did you get a chance to check out his place?
I did. It was very nice, and I liked it because it was a little bit messy, and the bed was completely unmade when I got there, and it was really cute because he has this Winnie the Pooh pillowcase and a little teddy bear that he sleeps with.
So you were enjoying the mess there. So, Amy, did you stay at his place, or what was going on here?
No, we left right after that and decided to go down to the beach and kind of hung out down by the water, and we were talking about, football, and I told him I could definitely take him down if I wanted to. And so he started, he kind of picked me up and was kind of tossing me around. Oh, he's just so strong.
Right. So, Rick, you're down there hanging out at the beach, frolicking around, having a good time. Where did it all lead?
Well, she suggested that we skinny dip, so I said, all right.
Suggested that you skinny dip?
You would never do it with me.
Yeah, Richie, would you ever, or have you ever?
You're too afraid of sand. You'd never do that with me.
What does that mean?
So, Amy, obviously, if you went skinny dipping, everything was off, and I'm assuming you got a nice chance to check out his body, right?
Well, absolutely. And, I just want to know, I asked him, I said, where do you get abs like that? Because it was unbelievably, and the shoulders and the legs and the butt was just yummy, so.
Now, Amy, are we not getting the same thing from Richie? Is that the problem?
Well, I'm sorry,
I can
but
see it.
he's as skinny as I am, and I hate that.
So, Rick, it's late at night in the ocean, so I'm thinking if you're in the water, it's got to be a little bit on the cold side, if you know what I mean.
Definitely. It was definitely cold.
Okay, I didn't know if that was embarrassing.
No. It's totally not embarrassing.
So how'd you warm up a little bit, though?
Amy made it totally comfortable. She swam on over to me, and she, wrapped her legs around me, and we mad makeout session.
Right there in the ocean. Richie, how you feeling, buddy? I mean, you're listening to Moonlight and the beach and the legs and everything.
I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Well, maybe you would if you would ever do it with me.
Now, Rick, here you are in the Pacific Ocean. You're making out, you're kissing, you're naked. I got to know what happened next.
Well, I have to say it was really, really cold. The heat between us just wasn't enough. So we got out and we went back to my car. And we're going back to her place, and she's tickling up on my high thigh there, so it was all good.
Amy, I got to know how it all ended. What happened next?
He was a perfect gentleman. He took me home and got a nice kiss goodnight. And I really wanted to invite him up, but I didn't. I was kind of thinking about Richie, and I.
Oh, well, that's.
Amy
This
said
time all night. I thought about it.
she showed some self-restraint. I mean, it did go kind of far, though, considering everything that went on. What made him so special that it went as far as it did?
It was nice to have, the chance to go out with someone who actually looked like they enjoyed being with me, who wasn't ashamed to be with me in public.
I don't know where this comes from.
Any drawbacks at all, Amy?
I was really kind of disappointed that he didn't have a little bit of a clear decision-making process. I really wanted someone who could really walk in and take control of the situation, and he didn't have any clear plans, and so that was really disappointing that
He wasn't real take charge.
Exactly.
Well, all things considered.
I wanted her to have her special night, so I wanted her to decide.
Not too bad, though, all things considered. All right, up next, Richie's date wanted to see him pet the lizard. We're going to find out if he did it when we come back. With Rick, now we're going to meet the hottie that we hooked up with Richie. Now, Richie says this about Amy. She says she's got a bad case of static cling and is young enough to date the Hanson brothers. Well, we fixed that because we set him up with a cling-free cutie who's old enough to date the Wright brothers. Well, all right, she's not that old. Let's give it up, though, for Cheri Jennings. Hi, Cheri. Nice to see you. You know, Richie. Amy, if you had a guess, what do you think Richie might want to eat off of Cheri's body?
I don't know what, pork?
Cheri, set the scene for us because I understand you met Richie at his friend's house. Is that right?
Yeah, Richie's place is a little bit messy, so I decided to meet him at his friend's house. And it was really cute because when I walked up on the driveway, I looked up and they were all standing there scoping me out.
And how was that for a greeting? Because you probably were, I don't know if you were even sure which one he was.
No, it was really cool because it was like a sitcom. I mean, it was totally funny. They were all teeth and smiles. So I had the teeth and smiles.
And Richie, so you had the advantage, obviously, being up there. And what'd you think from your view?
I thought she was stunning. Just beautiful. She had great legs. I love legs.
So, Cheri, you finally figure out which one he is. What was your take?
Oh, I thought he was completely cute. He looks a little bit like Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid. But he's cute. He's so cute. He completely is. He had great skin. He was really cute.
All right, so Cheri, he comes down from the balcony, and were things okay at that point when you got face to face?
Yeah, he was a little bit uncomfortable, but I gave him a hug, and I told him it's okay, everything's going to be all right. But it was really kind of funny because when I was calling up to the balcony to his friends, and they were all teeth and smiles, I was acting like, could Richie come out and play?
Be right down.
So how long did it take him to get over his nerves, or did he?
Oh, he just got over it completely, like quickly after I gave him a hug. He was totally at ease. He was complimenting me on how great I smelled and what a great dress I had on.
You compliment her on the way she smelled. I can't remember the last time you complimented me on the way I smelled.
You don't remember anything I do.
It's because you never compliment me, period. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, maybe a little mashed potatoes and gravy would be a good... Never mind. Richie, how was it as far as dating somebody that's a little closer in age to you?
Oh, it was great. It was actually a two-way conversation. It wasn't all dominated by one. Amy likes to cut me off.
So you were enjoying it. You felt it was more on your level. Is that what?
Yes,
It's not my
very
fault
much.
if I never listen to you. You never have anything interesting to say.
Well, that could be a problem.
Wonder why.
So Cheri, the other thing that we heard about Richie from Amy was that she thinks he's cheating on her. Did you see a wondering eye? Did he give any signs?
Well, I didn't see a wondering eye, but I do have to say Richie is pretty popular. Every place we went, all the girls were like, "Hi, Richie." Yeah. But I mean, no, but it just does not seem.
These are the same girls that he never introduces me to. I wonder why not.
It doesn't seem like it's in his nature.
Yeah, did he introduce you to them?
He absolutely did. I think you're just showing your age.
I think you're just showing your roots, so we'll leave it at that.
Richie, did you have any reasons to be jealous on your date?
Actually, when we were out to dinner, I went up to go to the restroom, and when I got back, I noticed there was a guy who was trying to set her up with the bartender. And so, as I was leaving, I went up to the guy who was trying to introduce them together, and I said, "Hi, my name is Richie. I'm her date tonight."
So you set the record straight there.
Okay, so it's perfectly okay for you to make it known that you're with somebody, but when I want to make it known that I'm with you, it's totally wrong.
You like keep it hidden.
No, I don't.
You have a complete double standard. That's ridiculous. That is so typical.
Now, Richie, she got a good point, but I got to ask you about the date. What was it like dating, and being out to dinner with Cheri compared to with Amy?
It was. She had table manners, and it was so odd. It's so weird eating dinner with somebody at table manners because Amy likes to eat and talk with.
Thank you.
her mouth.
A little more sophistication. So,
Yes.
Cheri, you guys had dinner, you had a good time, then where'd you go?
Well, we went back to my place so I could change and get more comfortable. And and I told him that I had a pet iguana that doesn't like to stay in his cage. And he was a little scared, but I told him it was okay, that I would protect him if anything happened.
Richie, a little nervous about the lizard coming out of the cage?
I don't like lizards.
Hasn't happened in a very long time,
I
Chris.
think he's more
Sorry to hear that, Amy.
Oh.
Were you a little nervous, Richie?
I was a little nervous. I don't like lizards. And to make things worse, the lizard's name was Godzilla. And she told me a story that one time the lizard lunged at her and took a big chunk out of her shoulder because it wanted affection.
That's great. So it's safe to say that you probably didn't pet the lizard.
No, well, no.
Okay. just to clear that up. What about Cheri's apartment? Did you like her pet?
Oh my God! First thing I noticed when I walked in was this huge, big screen TV over to the left, and the first thing I thought, Monday Night Football, right here.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Cheri, you guys got changed. You got to check everything out. Then where'd you go?
We went to the cigar bar, and Richie had a glass of wine. He offered me a glass of wine. I told him I couldn't do it, because if I did, I'd be on top of the table topless after that.
So you're at the cigar bar, Cheri. You met up with some of his friends, I understand?
Yes, I don't understand why Amy does not like his friends, because they are totally cool. They were great guys to hang out with, and I had the best time. I kicked it with them, all of them, the rest of the night.
What, Amy?
I have never said that I don't like his friends. I adore his friends. I just don't like the fact that they have to butt in all the time, and Richie
Every
listens
time
to them.
if they call, oh, Richie, your
without
friend.
making his own
Richie, your
opinion.
friend, drop the phone on the floor.
So you think she
Yeah.
has a little attitude about that.
Yeah.
Richie, here you are with Cheri. Sounds like you had a really good time together. How'd you feel overall about the date?
I really had a great time, and I really enjoyed being with her. It felt a lot like we were more like old friends more than anything. That was until the end of the date when she gave me a kiss goodnight.
Cheri, were you feeling the same thing, like you were just old pals?
Well, let's just say I never kiss on the first date, so I gave him a kiss and left. So. It just shows how really special that Richie is.
All right, will they be friends or lovers? Up next, Richie and Amy will choose to be one or the other, so stay tuned. Richie and Amy. Now, even though they care a lot about each other, problems like an 8-year age difference and lack of trust keep getting in the way. So let's find out if they can get past these issues. Amy, we're going to get your decision first. You've known Richie for like a year now. You guys have some history and you got some strong feelings for him. We sent you out with Rick. It was skinny dipping and leg locking and kissing and all of that stuff going on. What's your decision? What do you say?
I can't even tell you how much of a good time I had with Rick. It was so much fun, and it really showed me how much fun it can be to go out on dates and stuff. So I've decided that if I put a little bit more effort into my relationship, maybe I can make Richie do those fun things with me too. So I've decided to stay together.
Stay together, okay. Rick had a good date, but it didn't work out. Sorry, sir. All right, Richie, let's get your decision. Amy says she wants to stay together. You feel like she's not giving you the space. There's the age difference is killing you think. You went out with Cheri. You guys had a whole different vibe kind of thing going on there with a different level. What do you say?
Well, actually, Cheri is a lot closer to my age. We had a great time. I think she would definitely be able to give me the space that I need. And we just connected on so many things. So, therefore, I have to have a change of heart.
Change of heart. Richie, Amy, obviously by coming on the show, Amy, you found out that the age difference and some other things are going to keep you apart, and hopefully, Amy, somebody else better suited for you out there somewhere.
I guess
That's
so.
our show for today. Thanks to Amy and Rick, and good luck to Richie and Cheri, and we'll see you next time on Change of Heart.